Welcome everybody to Geek Boots Military Nerds. Here at Geek Boots, let's tell you all about the big green weenie and how it likes to continue to fuck us. Just like it's con season, you haven't been to a con since 2020 happened and you forgot how to cosplay. Jen, why don't you go ahead and start off by helping our listeners and viewers understand what this big green weenie is all about?
Yes, please.
Well, I mean, I went to the convention for the first time in 19 months, and I sent a message to them like, I don't remember how to do this. What am I doing? I mean, I've moved, so it was the first time I've done it in this house too. And I live in a townhouse, so I have a basement and 2 stories. My one bathroom is on the 2nd floor, and all of my convention stuff is in the basement. And so I kept forgetting things. So I'd have to run all the way back upstairs, all the way back downstairs, all the way back upstairs. It took me like 2.5 hours to just get ready. And then when I would get like things on, I'd be like, oh crap, I had to put that on before. Like I had to put like leg warmers on before my boots or before my shoes. But I'd put my shoes on and I went and grabbed my leg warmers and I was like, oh. And it was like this constant thing. And I was just like, oh my God, I don't know how to get dressed anymore.
Wow.
And then after the fact, like I started seeing pictures that people were posting of me and I was like, did I forget how to pose too? Did I just not know anything? I was like, looks like my first year of cosplaying all over again.
Damn.
Bad.
I can't. Oh man. Okay. What about you, Hawkeye? When you went to your con, did you experience any of that in terms of posing too?
No, because through all of 2020, I did a ton of charity work.
Oh, okay.
So I've been cosplaying pretty steady through all of 2020, luckily. So I actually got better at my posing because I literally only started in 2019. Just,
Okay.
And I didn't know how to pose, and I was trying to figure all that stuff out. And then 2020 happened. What are you showing us?
There was like 2018, nice, perfect, like nice little, and then
Yeah.
this is just now or like before, and it's
Oh my God.
you're right in the background. You can't really see it.
Really tight up on yourself too, like not loose at all. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had to like compare them and be like,
I can see how that could happen though, Jen, because I mean, if you hadn't been doing it, and it's been a while.
If you want to help Cosplay Genemy pose better and get back into the swing of things, check out our Patreon. Support this channel, support this organization and this platform for Geek Boots Military Nerds. That being said, make sure you check us out on all of our platforms: YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, your mother's backside, all the wonderful jazz. People who go on Patreon get special perks, kind of like, I don't know, getting a shout out. Guts and Sean, thank you guys for being continued supporters. We appreciate you so much. If you wish to have your name shouted out on this bad boy, make sure you check us out on Patreon. On top of that, you get sweet groovy deals. Unfortunately, I'm a little backed up. Life happens, but I will get to them as soon as possible. Posters. As you can see behind me, there's a poster of me dressed up as Captain America. I'm an Army veteran. On top of that is Wonder Woman by Geek Boots alumni Mayan Goddess, who's ex-Marine, doing Wonder Woman. So that's pretty awesome. We got dope posters. I would love to do patches and stickers, but every little cent counts. So yes, thank you all to that. That being said, 2 of my lovely co-hosts got to go to cons, and we're going to talk about cons since it's been a fucking year and some change since most people have gone to a con. And we're gonna have some fun and talk about cons. So Cosplay Jenemy, we'll start with you. What con did you attend? Where is it? And was it fun?
Well, I went to the Colorado Springs Comic-Con in Colorado Springs.
No, it was in Dallas.
No way.
Are you shocked?
It was in Denver.
I mean, I could have gone to 2 cons back to back because there was Colorado Springs Comic-Con and NDK, but NDK is a anime con, and I'm not as big of a fan of going to anime cons. Plus, I had my kids that weekend, so I was like, Though I do like to go to the NDK New Year's Eve party because I do like a formal New Year's Eve party every year. And so in cosplay, formal cosplay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And so that's a lot of fun. Like there is a dress code. You have to be in formal attire.
Huh.
But
Cool.
and everybody
Sounds fun.
yeah, makes it into. And so I do like to do that. And I do that for New Year's Eve every year, which I didn't get to go. Well, they didn't have it last year, but so I don't know if I'll go this year, but we'll see.
And Hawkeye, my man, what about
Yes.
you? What con did you attend? Where is it? Was it fun?
I went to FanX in Salt Lake City,
Nice.
which was a very long drive.
I can
10,
imagine.
10-hour drive. Well worth it though. I had never been before. I don't know if you guys have been to that one before, but it was my first time going, and I was really impressed. It was amazingly fun. Amazingly fun. I was sad I had to come home.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Last con I attended was Washington State Summer Con many weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. It is down in, oh God, it's like the Tacoma region. No, it's with the P. I don't remember. I don't care. It's a
Puyallup?
drive. Puyallup. Thank you. The man who's not from Washington tells
That's
me
Oregon.
the Washington guy where things are. Yes, Puyallup. Thank you for that hookup. That save. So it's down in Puyallup. Honestly, I like the con because it's organized more by people who have been to other conventions themselves, so they're all like, well, we don't want to be like Reed Pop, so let's do this instead, make it a little more enjoyable. It was, if I remember correctly, people were wearing masks, I believe, indoors unless vaccinated. So but yeah, it was a good time. I mean, considering I hadn't seen a lot of the people that I saw there all of 2020 and a majority of 2019, so that was nice. Um, it's a relatively small con, but it was a good one.
FanX is huge.
FanX, I keep
FanX
hearing
is very
everybody
big.
tell me FanX is like so huge. It's a
Yeah.
cosplay celebrity event though, for the most part. Because
Wow.
well, but then again, the one I'm thinking of, I think that's in Vancouver is a lot like that,
Oh.
where it's a lot of celebrity meetups and a lot of cosplay stuff.
There was tons of cosplayers there. It was amazing.
Yeah,
Lots of celebrity photo opportunities
mhm.
as well. So, but it was just the vendors were my favorite, the artists, and just to be back and be able to shop. Came home with a bunch of stuff. So it's a really cool con.
Lost money.
Yeah, spend some money. Spend some money.
How does it feel to attend a con after so long, Cosplay Jeremy?
Well, I was glad to do it. I was glad to see some people who I hadn't seen in like forever get out, get to be around people who like understand me. It felt really good. It felt really derpy because after the fact, and I was just like, I don't know how to do this, but so I need to get back into that.
Yeah. What about you, Trevor?
I'd only attended 3 cons in cosplay prior to the pandemic. So for me, it was just amazing. It's like I got a little taste of it, and then we went into pandemic mode. So for me, I've just been itching to get back to one. So it just felt fantastic to see so many amazing cosplays. I mean, around every corner there was something just absolutely blowing my mind. Just
Sure.
amazing, and just in awe of these cosplayers. Really, considering myself a cosplayer, I only been to one. That was LACC. So this was, my chance to, because I've been working on my craft over the last 2020, been trying to perfect it and get in better shape and all those things, to get ready for this moment. And it was pretty incredible. I mean, just to meet all these people that I've only talked to maybe on Instagram or follow on Instagram that I've never met before. I mean, I'm new, right? So I'm like, oh, hey, oh, it's like, for me, it was just like, oh my God, I was just a kid in a candy store, really is how I would describe it. Just skipping around, like just so ecstatic to be there and so ecstatic to be meeting so many people. And yeah, I was just really energized, still energized from it.
find out who the real douchebags are, you know.
Well, I don't know who those are yet, but
you lucky man. Well, I don't know. For me, it was a little different because I decided and elected not to go in a costume.
Hmm.
The whole point of it was to see Ron Perlman, which was a fantastic experience. He's a great guy, but he's definitely got that vibe about him where it's just like, don't piss him off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old he is, which he's in his 70s. Don't piss this guy off, which someone did right before us.
Ooh.
Thanks, guy. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of an interesting experience because again, wasn't in costume. Most of my experiences prior to the pandemic had always been go in the costume and be stopped every 5 to 10 feet to get my
Yeah.
photo taken. So no one really bothered me. So I'm not really sure how to feel about that. There's this, oh man, no one's bothering me for a photo and I can move around at free and at will. And then all of a sudden it sets in and go, hey, why isn't anybody taking my photo? This is bullshit.
Well, it's the same feeling when like one day you wear like this really like known of cosplay, really popular one, and then you do like the next day something that's very odd or different or
Obscure.
not well known.
Yeah, I can already tell you. You know,
And then you
okay.
have people looking at you, but nobody
Right.
like talks to you at all.
Right. I've had that a couple of times. Like my Red Hood, because I did such a different job with it. People get it confused with Iron Man. I don't know how. I don't know why, but they have. I'm just like, Iron Man with a leather jacket, maybe? Okay, sure.
I get called Arrow all the time,
You're not even green.
right? Hey, Arrow. I'm like,
Yeah, we had
Really?
this running joke because I did Gwynpool on Saturday, and I kept getting like, is this a Fortnite character?
No.
And then somebody was really excited because they thought I was Jinx, like really excited.
Uh-huh.
And I was so confused because I couldn't like picture her right away. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, well, she does have a shark Zuko, which I did make for my Gwynpool. But other than that, the hair color is different. The outfit color is completely different.
Completely different.
And so I was just like,
It's like day and night.
and then what anime are you from?
Oh, wow.
So like anytime people would go by, they'd look at me and like, so what was this one?
There you go, Trevor. Just for you.
oh yeah, there's
You know,
Mr. Renner.
fantastic experience. If you ever get the opportunity to meet Mr. Jeremy Renner and get a photo with him, definitely do it. He was cool.
I hope so. I hope it'll happen.
Yeah, he's such a great guy. I came up to him, I go, Mr. Renner, I'm Green Arrow, you're Hawkeye. Can we do a stare off of our respective different universe archers? He goes, oh yeah, okay, let's do it. He does the whole actor thing where they take a deep breath, get into character like that, and then he just looks up and gives me that look, and I'm just like, I didn't want to fucking squeal because holy shit, he was giving me his all. So I gave him my best glare. Hilariously, now when I show people the photo, Jeremy Renner now looks like he wants to call security on me. But later on, he explained that Hawkeye is essentially looking at me like he's unimpressed. That's the look. Like, really? Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad
That's
you brought
awesome.
that up. Yeah.
That's
Jeremy
awesome.
Renner's great.
Hopefully I'll get to meet him someday.
Right, that'd be cool. One day, I hope that Geek Boots can get together and meet with somebody. That would just be the tits. I don't know why those were my words, but it is what it is. Jen's
Just go with that.
Yep.
That's what you chose today.
That's what I chose today. Here we are. Washington State Summer Con, small con, felt weird because it wasn't cosplay. Moving on. What was your favorite cosplay that you saw at your convention? Cosplay Genevieve. What in the fuck sticks? Did you just make that
No, it's
light
not.
up?
I don't think that's a fuck stick.
No.
Sorry.
I don't think that's a fuck stick. Oh my god. You know, I was thinking that obviously the title of this episode is going to be "Do You Even Cosplay?" But I don't know. That's right fucking up there. No, that's not a fuck stick. That's not a fuck stick.
Hi.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the whole situation.
No, this is how we go. Man, I wish my guys was here because the fucking dolphin would go like fucking nuts right about now. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That's not a fuck stick.
Well, I can tell you. All right, so
I mean,
she's dead. She's
I
done.
will show up. While she's doing that, I'm going to show you what mine was. While she's regaining her composure from my stupid joke, I'm going to try and show this.
You're gonna show us your fuck stick?
Oh, it doesn't work.
it's not gonna work with your background.
You guys see it? You
I
see it,
can't.
can you?
No.
Oh, it was Oscar the Grouch in a garbage can.
Oh my
And-
god. Wow.
Yeah, and the person was up in the top, with their. I wish I could show it to you. Dang it.
Mhm.
Anyway, the garbage can, and then it was sitting like on a box with a black, and it says the word scram, the scram on it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it was mobile, so it was just moving all around. I don't know if it was motorized or what, but
Had a Segway or some shit.
it
or
was
no,
so
hoverboard.
cool. Something. It was
maybe-
awesome though. It just sitting there like this, and like raise up and like, and do like that. I was like, oh my
God.
word, that is amazing. I just loved it. There was amazing cosplays, but that for whatever reason, that one tickled me, and that was my favorite. So
There you go. Shout out to the Grouch.
yes. Okay, are we back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Genevieve, you good?
I'm back. I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm not.
No, apparently not.
So I got to meet and hang out with one of the Dragon Ball Z voice actors. And so he signed this at
Very cool.
the after party. I was just dancing with it, and he was like, because they gave a bunch of these out at the after party. And I was like playing with it and dancing with it. And he was like, here, let me see that. And he like signs it. And I was like, okay. And I was like,
Here
well,
we are.
I guess I need a picture with you now.
Question mark. What
Cause
the? I gotta ask. What the fuck is that?
One of
it's
those
just
things
a
that just lights up and you dance with
little
it.
light up dance stick thing. So when you're at like after parties or dark rooms,
I think we should just call it a fuck stick from now on.
it's not gonna work.
We should just
It is foam.
not with that attitude. Oh god. Her man's coming in going, what the fuck y'all talking about?
You know?
Tell him it's a fuck stick now.
Hold on one sec. My child has woken up.
Ah, okay. Wow.
All right.
We will circle back around to that.
Anyway, just to tell you though, there were
Right here.
hundreds of cosplayers
Sure.
and just so many good ones. I was just impressed. Every 5 feet, I was impressed. Like, wow, wow, wow. So
A part of me feels like is a mixture of both surprised and not surprised. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so I'm not surprised that there's a lot of cosplayers there. It's Fan Expo. I hear a lot of rumors that that's the one where a lot of cosplayers show up to. But at the same time, I'm also a little surprised because after the pandemic, you would have thought that maybe people would have been a little more shy to go to a con.
it was packed.
So that's honestly pretty cool.
That was one of the things that I was like most like. I'm around a ton of people all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like that was a little overwhelming. Like I'd forgotten how busy conventions get.
Yeah.
Like that, I was like, wow, that's completely different than
Have you both been to SDCC before?
no.
I was
No.
supposed to go to fucking WonderCon last year. Thanks, COVID.
SDCC is by far the most crowded I've ever seen.
Well, I went to Dragon Con, so I mean, I've been to like,
Oh, Dragon Con's probably really packed.
I mean, I've been to packed ones, but I hadn't really been around people in like a year.
Yeah, I feel it. Speaking of all of that, your favorite memory of the con that you attended, Cosplay Genevieve.
I don't know. I just really just enjoyed just being back and being in that atmosphere and the lifestyle again and the smell, like, the non-stinky part, but just the having the people and the stuff and you get all those different, like, I'm not talking about the bad BO. I'm talking about, like, the leather works and the the candles that you walk by and like the just having all of those, like,
The fucking Comic-Con documentary, and every single one of them had to talk about, yes, there's a smell and you can't escape it. Well, hygiene, everybody. Golly, take a shower once in a while. Holy fuck. I laid down in the grass and the dirt and some trees in my new Deadpool, and I'm not gonna lie, that's whatever that smell is now in the suit. I'm not talking like, oh, it smells like a really fresh forest. No, I'm talking like a wet, gross forest. So whenever we go to a con together and I'm in that, enjoy.
so it's like the area you had to lay down in the area that everything goes to die.
Yes. Fitting.
Nice.
Deadpool.
Let's see what you did.
Remember, you need a little bit more, like, facial expressions when we're talking, because when I watch you and I'm like gearing reactions, I'm like,
okay. As the kids say these days, bet you have to talk like that from now on. That tongue thing face. I don't know what the fuck that was. That you have to talk like that now.
I don't know how to pronounce that either.
Right.
Make lots of facial expressions.
He has the perfect face for the podcast without video, but
Oh, wow.
I have a face for radio.
Face for radio. Jesus.
not what I meant.
Wade's World. They're like, oh man, you must be handsome Dan. No, I'm not. The other guy comes out. What? Oh man.
I have a very expressive face.
All right, The Rock.
I keep like trying to watch you, and I don't know why my eyes keep getting drawn to you, like I'm talking to you, and I'm like,
it's because he's new to the show and he's a fresh
yeah,
face to look
probably
at.
he's new, so I'm like trying to gauge his like reactions to things, and I'm like, I'm getting nothing. Am I funny? Am I this bad?
You're very funny. You're both funny.
Funny looking.
This is my laughing face. I don't know what your problem is. Yeah. That's just petty.
He's like, I'm enjoying this. It's so much fun.
Right? It was such a great costume. I had so much fun.
I had a great time.
No, it's not the fact when he talks himself, he's very he gets into it a little more. But when I'm talking,
I'm listening.
He's very intensely listening.
Trevor, had I known that she was going to critique your performance when you eventually became a podcast member, I would have let you know. Yeah. I'm sorry.
More animated.
She didn't do this at all with the other two, and now she's doing it hard with you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm really surprised she didn't do it with Alan, because Lord knows when any one of us drones on, Alan's just sitting there, looks like he's about to fall asleep.
Yeah, but usually he's on and there's like 6 more of us on when he's on, so I can just look at somebody else.
So you're stuck looking at me. I'm sorry.
Do you need more coffee? What's happening right now?
I'm sorry.
Can we ever get your favorite memory other than the smells?
Yeah, right. Smells and facial expressions. That's Cosplay Genevieve's memories. Fuck. Anyway, you good with your memories now, Cosplay Genevieve? Yes? No? Fuck you? I don't know. That doesn't tell me anything.
Exactly. That's my point.
Exactly. Well, we're going to skip you now. Trevor.
You know what? I think it's tough, right? How do you pick a memory? I mean, the whole thing was memorable. I think just
Yeah, I
being
know, like
at that
moment.
con was the first time going to FanX, the first time back to a con since the pandemic. So the whole thing was memorable. I really enjoy getting to cosplay with my friends. Double Take Cosplay, which I'm sure you guys have seen. Looks like Iron Man, and my buddy Twilsy was in his War Machine. You know, so just getting to hang out with my friends and you know, cosplay and you know, I really owe it to those guys really for getting me into cosplay. So to get to see them again and hang out with them. So just being with my friends and you know, that's my memory. It was wonderful.
Yeah, seeing the people again was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I've hung out with some of them like here and there throughout the year, but actually having like everybody together.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you look back at all the cons, I mean, sure, I mean, I think the celebrity meetups I've had are obviously really good memories, but yeah, just being able to hang out in costume, judgment free zone, and just nerd out about whatever it is going on in the con.
Yeah. And it was really funny because like all of us, when we all kind of met together and we finally got in a group together and we're like, okay, this is like our group. And we started like walking around. We realized on Saturday, like every one of us were in Marvel cosplays.
Look, he's overdoing it now.
Well, now he's like making faces like in the middle of the sentence. And so like when I get to the punchline and then he's like stoic again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like, blah, 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 punchline. And he's like,
He's sending you a not so subtle message.
It's not funny.
So, oh, damn. My God. That's not a fuck stick. COVID.
okay, you can't murder him.
Well, it's not my fault. You're the one who brought the fuck stick up into the fucking visual.
It looks nothing like that to me.
Hey,
you called it one. I just didn't think so.
What is it? The rule 43 or whatever?
Yeah.
On the internet. I'm just saying. With the right imagination, anything is a useful tool. What are you? Would you shut your mouth? What the fuck is going on there? God damn. She didn't see it. That's the beautiful part. He's sitting there, about ready to fucking receive it. God damn.
Hey, I wasn't being expressive enough, so now I'm trying to make up.
Now he's being overly expressive. I like it. I'm in for this. And it's going it now.
Oh God. The faceless Trevor. That's too much face. Dial it back a little bit.
Never take it back.
This is the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. We're just gonna sit here and critique Trevor's face for an hour. It's fine.
Sorry, I don't want you to feel awkward about your face. You have a good face, even when you look like Howard the Duck.
Which no one likes Howard the Duck. So,
hey, my birthday's Friday.
Woo!
Hey, happy birthday!
That was my energy for you.
I know.
You can be like 12, 13.
Yes. Yeah, mentally. Yep.
So I will say this is an awkward memory, and that's what makes it my favorite. Washington State SummerCon is most famous for including the National Guard, so tanks, artillery,
Cool.
bomb disposal
BOD,
robot.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the units there, and they're all out there, promoting the military and having fun time and stuff like that. Humvees, you get to step inside of a Huey, cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I went in and they weren't there this con. So imagine that Washington State SummerCon is also like a fair. So there's a lot of outside stuff to do.
Okay.
The military is not the military is not there. So to fill this giant football-sized opening, they just put the Mandalorian and BB-8 out in the middle of this cemented fucking
And that's it?
everything, and that was it.
Just giant area and two things.
That was it. I'm walking
just
around
envisioned,
going.
like cardboard cutouts.
I mean, there were statue figures and stuff, but I'm still sitting here going, wow, how fucking empty and dead and depressed. It was gray outside too, so I'm like, this is just so depressing.
Well, it is Washington.
I'm
I was
fucking,
thinking of Washington. Yeah.
I'm living for this a little bit. I'm like, this is hilarious. I love this. Yeah,
Wow.
big
Did you get a
empty
picture?
nothing.
You should have taken a picture of that.
I should have. I really should have. I mean, unless I did. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, somebody might have taken a picture.
So I'm sure somebody did, probably on Instagram.
So yeah, that was my favorite memory. Is just looking at that going, this is awkward. What is your next convention? Cosplay
Ooh.
Jenemy.
I don't know. I'm debating on whether I go up to Phoenix, Denver, because Phoenix just bought out the Denver Comic-Con. The the Denver Pop Culture Con has always been very anti-cosplayers.
Uh-oh. A lot of rules.
Yeah, and then changing rules like day of, and they never had like cosplay guests. And so FanX is very cosplay friendly.
Yes.
And so it's kind of this weird, like, I don't know what to do. I have my kids that weekend, so I'd only go for like a day because I bring them with me.
Well, days are good. You could do a test run.
But it's also over Halloween weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if I necessarily want to.
Let's be anti-costumes on a Halloween weekend.
I mean, well, it wasn't ever before when it was the Denver Pop Culture Con or the Denver Comic Con prior to.
Probably early in the year, right? It was earlier in the year before, right?
Well, no, they were Denver Comic Con a few years back, and then
Right, but they were earlier. They would have it earlier in the year normally.
Oh yeah, they did. They usually had it earlier in the year.
Because everything's piled into the end of the year because of COVID.
And so everybody kept like rescheduling, and they're like, "Well, we'll just put it at the end of this year, and so let's have all of the."
Right.
I mean, the Colorado Springs one has always been in August, so that one never changed. But so I don't know if I'm going to go or not. It's just kind of how I feel, I guess, that day.
I gotta appreciate though the fact that Trevor's sitting there and you bring up Fan Expo and he's over like, I've been to one, they're incredible. Go.
That's right.
I've been to a few of them and I like them, but I've been to them of all different sizes. So
I think they did a good job.
Really big. The one in New Orleans is kind of small. Still nice. Still very cosplay and guest oriented, and it's a good one as well. It's just much smaller.
Sure.
So.
What about you, Hawkeye?
So my next one is Halloween weekend. It's a one-day con put on by a local group that I belong to here in San Diego. It's going to be in Escondido. It's called Fandom Invasion. So if anybody's in our area down here in California, it's a one-day con. It's our very first one. It was supposed to be in 2020. Obviously, we know how that played out. So that'll be the next one. And then I've got this Saturday, tickets go on sale for the San Diego Comic-Con special edition they're doing in November. It's basically the 3 days after Thanksgiving. And tickets go on sale this Saturday, September 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to jump in there and try and get tickets for that. That's in December. There's like 3 cons in December I'm looking at. There's actually, I'm sorry, that one's in November. And then there's LACC in December, Anime Pasadena in December, and Comic-Con Revolution in December. They're all down here in SoCal. So I'm probably going to go to at least 4 more cons this year.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they don't really do as many conventions here that I want them to do. When I lived in Louisiana and I was really close to Dallas, I could go like once a month to a convention because they were always having them. They don't really have as many up here. And so I was still flying down to Dallas, but I don't know I still haven't got up whether I'm going to travel yet.
Were you stationed in Louisiana?
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
I'm saving up for a wedding and a honeymoon, so I am not going to any cons for a little bit.
When is the wedding, by the way? Do you have a date?
We do. It's August 12th. And the honeymoon, I'm trying to do it like practically immediately right after, just roll it into one.
Very cool.
And we're gonna go to Sweden and Norway for our honeymoon.
Oh,
So I said,
Luca.
okay, in order to afford all of this and have a good, comfortable time, we need $10,000. So I've been putting a lot of money away every week to be able to do this. The only money that I've been giving myself for fun is towards my own personal YouTube channel, which will roll into the conversations about Halloween here in a minute. But like, there's a lot of stuff coming up for October that I'm just like, oh my god, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool. I need to do that. So cons are just really not in my line of sight right now. On top of that, Emerald City Comic Con, I think, is the only convention coming up, and I am so exhausted with Emerald City Comic Con and Reed Pop that I refuse to go anything that is owned by Reed Pop. They don't know how to con anymore. They're just so stupid.
I was supposed to go to Emerald City last year.
Well,
I would say that in March, but
I will say this: if you guys end up coming to a con in Washington, whether it's Geek Boots related or what, and it ends up being Emerald City, I will of course go for you guys. But that con is such a headache.
is it?
Okay, they decided that they were going to create a VIP package, which is $200.
Oh.
For it's supposed to help you out, help you get tickets, except it doesn't. It doesn't get you ahead of the line. It doesn't solidify your ability to purchase tickets. It's just to say you're a part of the VIP club. The badges still cost X amount of hundreds of dollars. Why am I doing VIP? Like, I mean, yeah, okay, I don't have to get a VIP, but the fact that you're trying to milk your customers for this is a little ridiculous. So yeah, I'm exhausted with Reed Pop. On top of that, their peace bonding people can be a headache too. Like, the way they do it is just so, like, they think they're experts and they're not. They'll run after you, they'll chase after you. How did you get in the con with this? They let me. You shouldn't be in here with this. I'm gonna have to talk to them about this and make sure that they don't let this happen again. And I'm over here like, it's a foam sword. I don't know what to tell you.
That's right. That reminds me of the Denver Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And Pop Culture Con. They would, like, one person would let you in, and that's also the only convention I've ever been to where they checked all the vendors every day too. Like, they had a special vendor line, but they would still check the vendor bags every day.
I mean, I don't know why, but this makes me
good.
think of the most hilarious irony about going to a con. And I think you guys can agree with me on this one. So I'm not allowed to walk in with some of this stuff, but I can buy it inside the con and walk around with it.
Well, they wouldn't even let you do that. You would tag it and they would put it outside in one of the offices. And so at the end of the convention, you'd have to go pick it up.
While annoying as that is, at least it's not hypocritical as the other alternative.
Like, you can't bring that in, but now you can buy it in here and walk around with it. That exactly. Yeah. No, yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, it was very weird. Like, especially with having like a vendor entrance where you had to have your bags checked, and it was like, but I have stuff at the booth already that I just brought in off the street. And now you're paying attention to what I'm bringing in.
Yeah, that's stupid. But
yeah, and the whole, like, they just change rules. They'd be like, these are the rules, and they'd have them on the website, and then like the day of, right before opening, when people are already in line, they would be like, okay, now this, you can't do this anymore, this anymore, this anymore. And people would be in line and they would be just getting, trying to go in, and they're like, oh no, we changed this rule. And they'd be like, when did you, like, I checked before I came here this morning and it was fine, and now it's not. And now I either have to get out of line and go take it back to my car and then get back in the 45-minute line.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or I can just toss it.
Seriously. Speaking of costumes, Halloween's coming up, and we're gonna fill out the last 15-20 minutes of this episode talking about Halloween. I know it's only September 22nd, but I woke up Monday morning of this week going, I am so ready for Halloween. And then I realized that Halloween is not technically tomorrow. So I'm like, shit, I still have to wait a little bit before Halloween starts. So I say, screw it. We're going to hype up.
As he said, it's the first day of fall, and it's a Burr month. In other countries, they start to celebrate all of their holidays in the Burr months.
True.
So September, October, November, December.
I'm gonna start decorating this weekend. I'm gonna start decorating this weekend.
Yeah, me. Well,
I'm having a big Halloween party, so we got to start getting ready. We have one every year.
I am looking at.
You guys are invited.
Oh, sweet, cool. Yeah, I'll make sure I can get down there as I save up money for a wedding and a honeymoon. Yeah. What kind of plans you guys got going on? Let's spice things up a bit and throw it over to Trevor.
Ooh. Well, like I said, we're having a huge Halloween party at the house. It's pirate themed this year, so everybody is already working on their pirate costumes. I expect some very elaborate ones because most of us are cosplayers. I'd say half the people coming are cosplayers, so I expect to see some pretty good stuff.
You're gonna get a bunch of veteran cosplayers who take Halloween off to relax, so they're gonna come in some real janky, just chill costumes.
Spirit Halloween.
And you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this? I just saw you in something elaborate at con." And you're gonna come in, and you're like, "This bullshit. Go home and change."
No, we have a lot of conversation. We even have a messenger group talking about it. So we're backyard. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff. We're going all out. So it's gonna be pretty damn cool. So we love Halloween. Like I said, we're gonna start decorating this weekend, and I can't wait. So that's my plan.
Sweet. Cosplay Jenemy, got any Halloween plans?
Well, both of my kids' birthdays are in the fall, so we're going to be doing birthday parties that are probably my youngest, we're going to do a fall festival for his birthday, and then at one of the mining industries here, which is kind of neat. But
you can't what is it, whiners can't be pickers.
No, it's actually pretty cool. It's just neat. It's like it's this weird little building, it looks like, but in this field. And then the ground's still there. So it'll be cool. Wow. But they do a fall festival, and it just happens to fall on the weekend of his birthday.
You really dug deep to get that pun.
Keep it going.
And so
I'm not stoned.
I'm enjoying this, though. It gives me something to play off of now.
What a gem of a joke right there.
And then I always do the boo at the zoo, because it's like one of my favorite things to do.
The boo at the zoo?
Boo at the zoo. They do trick-or-treating around the zoo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a couple.
You just take your boo with you.
To do that.
Yeah. That's boo. My boo at the zoo.
My boo to the boo. My boo and I are going to boo at the zoo.
And so that will probably be the other child's birthday party. If not, we'll do that. Just doing it.
Oh, I did an Oogie Boogie Bash week and a half ago.
Nice.
That's Disney's Halloween party.
Oh yeah.
So, I did one of the Disney Halloween parties years ago. Like
we went as the Avengers. We had a big group. It was 11 of us, and we got to wear our cosplay Avengers costumes and go around Avengers campus and all over California Adventures. So that was pretty cool. That was a fun Halloween thing. So
yeah, thanks to Cosplay Jenemy hooking me up with all the intel. My fiance and I got to attend Disneyland at the right time when all the Halloween decorations were still up. Yes. That was the first time I'd ever experienced that.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Prior to that, the last time I'd been to Disneyland was when I was like a preteen. So
I always like going cool. Like the last week of October to the first week of November. So you get the Halloween and then Christmas.
Well,
in both. That's like my favorite time to go. Because November 1st is when they put up their Christmas decorations at Disney World. And so if you're there between Halloween and that first week, you get both. You'll get the Halloween decorations for Halloween, and then I did the Halloween party, and then turn around and I did the Christmas party too.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that was super fun. I haven't been to Disney now in 2 years. I hate
We
that.
bought the new Magic Key passes, so I'm going on Friday for my birthday.
Nice. Aside from getting hyped about doing some interior decorating, I've found lights that are orange pumpkins that I'm buying. I've found orange leaves, and I found LED lights that are a mixture of orange and purple. I fully intend on doing an interesting aesthetic. We did it for the apartment we're in now for Christmas, and we decided to leave the lights up because, well, I mean, they offered a nice little night light, so we just left it up. They have been on and up since now, and like 3/4 of it, all the bulbs are dead. So, so we're like, ooh, we're gonna throw that out now. Like, damn.
Yeah, I
But
bought like big front yard decoration things that was like Cinderella's carriage.
no.
I think at like Lowe's or Home Depot or something. It was huge. And I was like, I'm gonna leave it out all the time because it's Cinderella's carriage and it lights up. And then like not a year afterwards, all the lights had gone out.
Damn.
I was like, I spent a lot of money on this thing.
And then a lot of my favorite stores that I shop at are gearing up for Halloween in some really cool new ways. And one of them is Sleepy Hollow themed. And I can't help but just go, when was the last time I saw that movie? So I'm doing a video that is a culmination of so many things Sleepy Hollow related. And I thought, it'd be really funny. And it'll be officially on the podcast on the next season. The Deadpool animatronic head. I'm going to put that in the background of the podcast. It's going to be great. I'm going to turn him on. He's going to say some random shit. I'm contemplating getting him his own microphone, and I'll put it up there next to his face. It's going to be great. It'll be nonsensical, but that's fine because as Domino described it, talking to Deadpool is like talking to someone who's actively being attacked by bees. None of it makes any sense. So yeah, I mean, and obviously gearing up the horror movie marathon. I mean, we reinstated HBO Max, and you got so many things. It's funny these days, turning 30, 31, and now my mentality when I see a remake coming on is, oh look, an opportunity to support the original because the remake is probably going to be trash. I don't care to hate on the new one. I'm just going to go rewatch the original. The Lost Boys is getting a remake. So I thought, it'd be really dope because it's on HBO Max. We didn't do that last year. We're doing it this year. Halloween, that's going to be on the marathon, The Lost Boys. And now I kind of want to cosplay as Keith Sutherland's character in that because I'm a blonde and that would just work. I don't have the hair to be David. It's David, right? That's how long it's been since I fucking watched that movie.
In forever.
Fucking right. There you go.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think that we're going to.
I was going, is that a horror? Is that a Halloween movie?
Technically, vampires.
A horror movie.
No, not a horror movie, but it's a Halloween movie for sure. That's definite. Vibe.
That's how long
I mean, my playlist has the theme song that they have. Cry. Oh wow, it was the first one I opened up too. Cry Little Sister by the Lost Boys soundtrack. So yeah, I constituted it as a Halloween movie. Is this going to be like the debate about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie?
That long like I thought about that movie that I was just like, is that even like?
There's some pretty graphic horror like stuff in it. Is it scary? No. Is it gross? Yes.
Does it take place during Halloween?
Sorry.
Halloween is going on in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Last time I checked.
See, that's what I was like. I don't.
'Cause
I don't
there's a
remember.
big old there's like a big festival for the holidays or whatever going on in the movie. So I'm like, oh,
Okay, then
cool.
that I can see then. So that's what I was like. That's where my brain was going. I was like, wait, really? What? How?
Well,
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th don't actively go on Halloween time
Well, because
period,
they're
but they're
not. I
Halloween
don't consider them
movies.
Halloween movies either.
It's just a horror movie.
Those are horror movies, so it's fine if you want to watch them to be scared on Halloween. But Friday the 13th is a Friday the 13th movie.
I feel like the first week of
You are very
October.
correct.
The first week of October's episode is going to be dedicated to a debate about what is a movie for Halloween. And then
I mean, you can incorporate. I'm not saying you can't incorporate horror movies into Halloween. That's fine. I'm just saying those aren't movies that instill Halloween in my brain. They're horror movies. So if you want
your brain.
that's what I'm saying. If you want to be scared for Halloween, but my Halloween is not necessarily scary movies. Mine are what you would consist of Disney Halloween.
Sure, Halloween Town.
Halloween Wars.
What?
Halloween Wars.
Halloween
Wait.
Wars on the Food Network. It's a baking show. Don't judge me.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Well, I was like Halloween Town,
Cookie
Halloween
Town.
Wars. I'm like, did Halloween Town have a sequel we didn't hear about? Like,
Yes,
what's
did you
going
hear
on?
about that one?
No, really, the only cooking shows I watch is Cake Rex because it's the only one I can bond with.
I think if you've got the time and the capability, we should do for the month of October, every week, talk about a movie that you watched or want to watch if you were going to do the 31 days of Halloween marathon.
Oh, I don't watch scary movies.
You don't
I don't watch scary movies either.
like she just got done talking about. It doesn't have to be scary. It's a movie that you feel fitting for the month of October for the Halloween flavor. Like, I know I'm not going to pick movies that are obviously scary. Like, I'm going to talk about Sleepy Hollow. It's not a scary movie at all.
Sleepy Hollow would definitely be on there. And then Nightmare Before Christmas and
especially
Halloween
when Johnny
Town.
Depp gets hit in the face with a flaming pumpkin. That's not scary. That's funny. So anyway, that's what I decree. We're going to try again. We'll be in the process of moving, so I have no idea what's going to happen to me. We'll play it by ear. Ladies and gentlemen,
we're randomly not here. Oops.
Yeah, that's my fault. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this exciting episode of About Conventions and Halloween hype. Stay tuned for all the spooky flavor coming up. Make sure you check us out again. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, your mother's backside, and on YouTube. Make sure you check us out on Patreon. Again, shout out to Guts and Sean. Thank you guys for being such awesome supporters and being patient with us as we grow. If you know anybody who's military and a giant nerd, make sure you throw them our way. We would love to cherish their faces. I am your host. With me is my co-hosts. I am Tom Cruise, military nerd on all platforms. You got Cosplay Jenemy representing the Air Force.
Hey.
And you got Trevor representing two branches, Air Force and Army, Hawkeye cosplay. Look at that.
I never know what to do. I'm conflicted with them. I'm always like, yay, boo.
Yay, boo.
Yay, boo.
It's a yay, boo. We've been yay booing me the whole show.
Exactly. it's now a rapport.
It's all right. She has to get you back for the fuck stick. Make sure you smash that. Make sure you smash that like button, and if you lasted this long, comment below with a Halloween themed movie that you enjoy that you'd like us to talk about.
I can't even see your finger.
I know. That's why I was like,
He has to line it with his face, otherwise it goes away. God, that's so creepy. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.